Hello and welcome to a new series here on the channel. I'm a avid football manager fan. I've been playing this game for several years now, and today I've decided to actually start a series and record it, and let's see how the series goes. Just tell a story. Now, as we all play football manager, we all want to be playing in the top clubs and the top leagues across the world because we got all these European leagues and they all have their top leagues. I've always followed Premier League, so we always want to think what the top league is and try to make our team the best team possible and the best team to be able to win. But we aren't going to be playing one of these teams or if one of the teams from the other top leagues. We aren't going to play a league from the Sky Belt. But you can actually even play a league now from the North. Really? They've added even new leagues to this year. That's even better. But no, we're not going to play any of these teams. Well, I do know a lot of these teams because I have played against these teams multiple times throughout my years because they've been up in other leagues before. Yeovil, I thought they usually are better. But no, we're going to be picking a Varama National League team. And not just any team, we are going to play the East Leia Spitfires. This is a personal team that a personal favorite of mine. I have played this team so many times, so many different playthroughs, getting them to the Premier League multiple times and winning the Premier League multiple times. It's a favorite team of mine. I really love this team's colors, their energy. I love the fact that they're not a bad team but they're always middle of the pack. If we were to look at their history, they're always middle of the pack. They're always a team that don't really look like they're ever going to do anything, but they're never bad uh, because they are really they have a great team. They just need a little bit of help and a little bit of luck, obviously. Obviously, like this year, they're currently 11th place. They have 24 points. They have 6 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses. Just showing you how they're just middle table. They're not bad. They're not amazing. They're not the top dogs or anything like that. But they just need a little bit of help and they can make it there. And that's why I've proven countless times they can do it. So now I'm going to actually record it and prove to the world that East Leia can be made into a top team. They have so much culture. Um, I always love the Spitfires logo because I'm a very big World War history buff, so I do enjoy studying that time period. So the fact that the Spitfires also just really shows it their character and their history, and it's time to make them great. So, mm, sorry, I'm just reading something real quick. So we can play FM Original. The original way to play FM Manager. Updated squads will be used at the start of each new career, even if those transfers haven't happened yet. Like players restart at the clubs they were at the start of this career. They will be moved to a new club on the same date they did in real life as the career progresses. Nope, I'm going to do this one because, and okay, let's do advanced setup. All right, so obviously we want the English League. We want the Germans, the Scottish, the Spanish. We also want to add. Um, I've always liked adding France. Italy is always important. Netherlands is always important. I feel like we have to add our close countries because we're playing English League. So I feel like that's important. Mm, any other? We need to add Brazil, Argentina. They're usually pretty good. Uruguay is also usually pretty good. And why don't we add the 3 North American teams? I feel like that should not be that bad. And then South African, because I personally love Africa. So it says, oh dear, that ain't gonna work. So large. So it's gonna be very slow. So we can't add this much. Um, Maybe a lot of these will just increase. Maybe we don't do South Africa. So they're all neighboring nations. I feel like I have to have them. So the Canadian League doesn't sound like it's that important, so let's not worry about that. Um, I have a good computer, so I'm not that worried about it. But I definitely want to make sure the playthrough is one enjoyable. And the reason why I want to make sure you guys see the setup so you guys know what my league is going to be like. Uh, let's not worry about the Mexican League. I have to do an American because currently I'm living in America, so I feel like that's important. I might be able to get some players from there. Um, should I worry about these two leagues? I feel like a lot of good players come from these two countries, so it would feel bad if I don't have them, you know? Maybe. Can we add to that, maybe? It's not really gonna help a whole lot. What is making this take so much? So we need to do this. That's a must because we are playing in these divisions, so that needs to be increased. Um, we have to do the French league, maybe more the Bundesliga. Spanish second, yeah, that's fine. Where's Italian? Boo, 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 boo. Irish and Italian Series B. Yeah, Series B is good. I might need to go ahead and remove these two. Unfortunately, there is a lot of players in those countries, so that I feel bad. So let me decrease these three. There's not really a reason for them to be. I feel like those are good. So we have a large database. Let's do more from these because these are the ones that are close to me. Yeah, all the name. Yep. So I feel like that's good. So we added the major league because not that they'll be the best, but we could be getting some players from them. Um, we could also be sending players to them as well, because the perks of the American leagues is boy they enjoy uh, giving money away for players. I do think that I might run into a little bit of problems. I do not think that will be a huge problem with my computer. This is obviously estimating the fact of like how it should be, so I'm going to keep it at that. I think this should be fine. I've done this before on a weaker computer, so I'm just going to deal with it. So let's start the game. So we're in preseason. In our world, we're starting as the Eastleigh Spitfires with their new logo that recently been changed in the past couple of years because it was different. More so showing the Spitfire logo, which is good. 29 leagues. All right. This is going to be interesting. Who's supposed to do extra duty? All right, so as we're setting up the databases, it will take it obviously a few seconds. So as we start off this series, it's going to be hard. It will not be easy. I'm going to try to obviously make Eastleigh the best football club that I've done before, but it obviously is always about chance. It's about finding the right players, finding the right style. So while the game is loading, we're going to talk a little bit about my style. My style of coaching. I do coach soccer at my school where I teach. I'm a math teacher, and I to coach soccer. What I really think is the best style of soccer. A control-based soccer, where you control the ball, and if you have the possession more, then 70% of the time you should win the games more. Obviously, there's some times where you might have the possession most, but you still get outscored. But that's obviously, and what I believe is you should be able to really control. If you control the game, you should be able to win the game. So that's my style. So I play a DM 3-3-4 wide. So that is my style. And we're going to no, so DDM wide, control possession. Yep, control possession. This is my style. All right. Now, obviously, I do know I have to make sure all my stuff is saved properly. All right. So, as my head coach, this is what we're going to do. So, pass plane. Yeah, let's do that. So, let's do this. Um, we'll start with Continental C license. So, I'm all about youth. All about youth. Working with youngsters. So what's the default? The default is that. So what is youth development? Okay, good. So that's what I usually do. I believe, especially as starting a league from a very low level, the fact of the matter is we're not going to be able to pay for big players, so we're going to have to work with very young players. So that's going to make it where we have to develop them and hopefully make them thrive, and then they'll be our good players for years to come. So we're going to be youth development focus, which is not the best for Eastleigh because we don't have a great youth uh, flow. So we have to buy youth. So we have to go out and find free transfers or low-end transfers of youth to from teams that aren't willing to develop them, and hopefully we can develop them. So that's basically the idea. Usually they're only going to be good for a year or two, and then they'll start falling off because our development facilities aren't the best, and we have to keep improving, keep slowly grinding, and it can be great. So that's going to be our style here. I do want. Oh, okay. Let me hit that. All right, let me do that. Okay, so I can't mess with that bar. All right. Um, I'm fine with this. This is my coaching attributes. I love technical work. I like having a focused work because I can find coaches that can coach these things in training camps. I worry about the technical side of things, and that works out very well. Um, I do want a little bit better and maybe take some off of there. So, yes, and let's me. Oh, so, oh, I see. So let's do coaching mental aspects. Let's do a couple, 1 and 2. I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Okay, so let's do that. Um, so that should be good. And I want to do better. Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to keep it. So start playing. All right. So we're going to get started. So this is going to be the story of Jared Richardson, the new hire for Eastleigh. Eastleigh have confirmed today the appointment of Jared Richardson as a club new head coach. Eyebrows have been raised in the soccer world of the appointment of an unexperienced 26-year-old, as he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faced the media for the first time at Silver Lake Stadium. Richardson will be managing one of his favorite clubs, and significant of this appointment will certainly not be lost on him either him or the team supporters. He's replaced the previous head coach of Richard Hill. Sorry, Richard, I don't mean to do this to you, but it is my turn to take on the reins. All right, so Stuart Donald. He is the chairperson. He'd like to formally welcome you to Eastleigh. To get you acquainted with your new surroundings, you will receive an introductory welcome pack before going to be finalized vision and objectives we'll proceed together with. This is a momentous day and truly a sign of great things to come. There's currently no general manager, so I'll get to hire that. Jason Bristol I really like him as assistant head coach. I've had, like I said, with doing this run several times, he's been assistant coach for a little bit, so I had him like him in the last year. I do remember he was on there, and he did a very good job for me. Um, so if I can focus on my core coaching staff and developing young talent, you can see how well this can go, especially when you're finding talent for your style. Whereas a lot of times you'll go after these big names, and yes, they're a great player, but they don't mesh with your style. So then you either have to change your style, which messes up the rest of your team, or or you don't change anything, and then the star player that you spent millions of dollars on is actually not that good in your style. He was good in their style, so it's all about there. So our stadium only can hold 5,700 people. It was built in 1957, a long time ago. We do get to use Wellington Sports Grounds, which is the training facilities are below average, and the basic youth facilities, basic youth equipment recruitment. So we have very little hope. Um, Last season they finished ninth. We are going to enter the fourth qualifying round of the FA Cup and the third round of FA Trophy. We we have won the Vanarama National League South once, and then the English Wessex League Premier Division once. So that's our history. That's all we've had. We're about 2-star reputation. We were predicted to be 11th, so middle of the table, which is fun enough where they're about where they're at right now. So very true. This team was founded in 1946. Um, we have a $12,000 transfer budget, so basically nothing. And a payroll budget of 1,700,000. Our financial status is okay. Um, so very little, not a lot we can do, but we're gonna try. All right. So this is our current looking squad. We have Carter, Baldwin, McCullum as a striker, Taylor, Nabuki, I believe I've just pronounced it correctly. It's Nawabukia, something like that. I will try to learn that name. And Tangina. And then our defensive team is what I'm proud of. There's a man named Maghoma. He's been playing for Eastleigh for a couple of years now. He's very, very good. Very, very good player. We have Martin, Hodson, and Clampin. Hopefully he clamps on the defense. Evan McDonnell is a very good goalkeeper for the most part, especially at this league. Very consistent. I have very little issues with him. And it's one of the reasons why they're doing pretty good this year. They've only allowed 32 goals. When I say only, is one of the highest ones in the league right now, but they scored 28 goals. So they're scoring goals and allowing goals. But they're doing pretty good. They're in 11th place right now. So that's what we are going to try to top. We're going to be better than them this year. My goals for this year is to find some talent and hopefully make it into the top 7, make it into the playoffs brackets where we can maybe promote. Uh, I do not think this team is capable of winning it yet because, unfortunately, usually what happens in this league is the team that comes down from the Sky Bet has a lot more money. So they're usually the top dogs, but we can try to do best. Jake Taylor is one of our key players. He is going to be our midfield center. He will most likely be our playmaker. He's a very good player. I really like this guy, Christian. He's a very good. He's from the Congo. He's a great player. Um, Joe McDonnell has been a great player for us. I have not had the pleasure to work with Paul McCullum yet, so I'm interested in that. So we're going to see how he does. Um, so part of the things I have to be careful with is obviously I want to be like, well, this player was good for me last year, so I'm going to invest all my resources in those players. I tried that before. There was a in 2022. Eastleigh had Jake Scrimshaw. He was a transfer from Man United, if I remember correctly, and he was very good for me. So I tried getting him in 2023, and he was not as good for me. So definitely need to make sure I do not waste money on that type of stuff. I'm gonna try to find the best players for me at this time. All right. So we want to play attacking soccer, so we want to be attacking a lot and we want to have high possession, which is fine. I'm going to be basically doing a positive mindset, so attacking mindset with possession style, so that works perfectly with me. Obviously, we need to make sure we are in our payroll budget, which is low, so that's going to be troublesome, but we're going to do our best to stay in there. I want depth, but maybe this first year I cannot have good depth. I'm going to have to make sure I have good starting lineup with some key depth pieces that can be switched around so I can have a constant rotation. That's always been a good thing for me. All right, so we want a top half finish. We want to make the FA Cup proper and the later stages of the FA Trophy. All right. Next year, they want us to reach the national playoff. They want us, really, they think we're just going to challenge for playoffs. They do not think we can get out of this league. So that's going to be my goal personally. All right. Our supporters want us to record a top half finish. Sounds pretty good. Thank you, Stuart Donald. All right. Yes. Let's do every week. Uh, yeah, we'll do an inter squat. I mean, yeah, we'll do it just to get my feet wet and see it. I want to test all the settings out too. All right. So let's see my game. I tried doing a face scanner of that show. That should look mostly like what I look like. If you're curious what I look like. All right. So we take the hot seat. Obviously, all eyes will be on me. I don't think I'll have a lot of leeway. I have to make sure I play well. I do not think they'll give me more chances of winning the game. And I would not want to lose, have to be kicked from this team. So, um, we have a decent hardcore fans. We have good core fans, family fans. Not a lot of casuals. Um, Decent amount of season ticket holders, so that's not bad. Our supporter influence is not high on the board. Decent amount of followers. We'll take it. Um, so let me click here. Uh, I'm perfect. I'm fine with it. Chewy. Sorry. No, I'm not gonna push it. So, like, raising 14,000 is not that good of a boost for me. Maybe if it was 100,000, I could be like, I could get one more good player. Not really concerned about that. Um, all right, we are Colleen Charlie Carter. He's a great player. Like that guy. Ugh. Brendan Camp. He's on this team. Oh yeah. He might actually be better than one of my 23. He never developed this far. I could only get him past 3 stars. Could never get him above Joe McDonnell. He's a decent goalkeeper, but I like him, but I do need to make sure I injury concerns. Funnily enough, I see that with him. He was injured a lot in my last game. He is a good depth piece, but he's not really that good. But he's great for depth. When I put him in, he usually did pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and apply all recommended actions because I just got here. I'm not gonna really make any contract decisions on players I don't even know if they're gonna be performing good right now. So, create a tactic now. So this is gonna be our okay. So I want a positive. I like my width. I want to keep it there. Okay, so we want a work ball into box. Um, Focus through middle, because that's where our good players are. Is in the middle. Okay. We want to counter press when we want to counter. Distribute quickly. Distribute to the playmaker. High press. Uh, let's do that. I do not want them to have a short. Mess them up. All right. Should look good. Okay, preseason. We want a technical approach. We want team cohesion, happiness, tactical familiarity is very key. Um, yeah, technical. I always go technical. It just I feel like it's better. Uh, if you build a good spirit with your team, that's very important. Injury update. Uh, oh, so he is out for 6 to 8 months. He damaged his Achilles tendon. Oh, I did not hear about that. He's a star player, so we don't get our favorite player because he's been out. Social feed. All right. 10 meeting. Let's get started with our first meeting. This one, I meet all my famous players. Okay. Sorry, I had to take a drink. So, Jake Taylor. Um, Instead of Aaron Martin, because Jake is more professional as how he gets things done. I completely agree. Really like Jake Taylor. Very good player overall. So let's make him the captain. He is probably going to be playing. Is he going to be playing a whole lot? Let me look. Why is it not showing me my players? Good pick. All right. Okay, he is. Do not like this, so I am not doing this. Um. Okay. Aaron Martin is not that bad. Like he's a really good player. Um. But we want to start our younger talent, which is actually really good. I like that idea. Corey Painter. Put in Aaron Martin. Part of me wonders if I should do this though. If this would be better. But yeah, so let's do Rylan Champlin as our. I like him for make vice captain. All right. Okay, do it. Accept suggestions. I accept your suggestions. Yes. A lot of good suggestions. Any of those type of suggestions, why not, you know? Um, Good. Good, 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 good. Got good potential. We do not have a head performance analyst. head performance, so he needs those. Mm. This one probably will be a little better, so let's do him. Schedule after the meeting. We do not have a general manager. Alright, so general manager is pretty important. I do not want just. Ooh. He's pretty good. So let's do that. So add him. I do like him. I might have Glenn. He's not that bad. Decent negotiating. I feel like it's better than Jack Flowers, so let's do him. Alright. Move on. We need a head of psych. Not bad. I would prefer Adam Davies. I actually have used him before. So let me do Adam Davies. Do we need any more? No. So we need a head of sports scientist. He's actually really good, so let's do that. I like that. Okay. So Craig Smith will be added. I like that. Alright. Okay, so end. Staff media follower. So we want you to do head performance analyst. Let's do it for 3 years. And let's just leave it at that. Good. Thank you. Finalize the deal. Alright. Paul, 3 years. Something simple. Let's keep it at that. I'm fine with, I'll make you a little bit cheaper. 3 years. Good. I don't mind the 30% promotion because 30% of like 45,000, like that's going to be uh, roughly like an extra 15,000, which is something that's not really bad to play them if I'm getting promoted, you know. So I'll take it. I mean, I can always fire them and redo. It's not that worth like it's not worth fighting for it. And that's if we get promoted. If we don't get promoted, then I'm not paying for them anymore. And that's something that makes them happy. When it comes to players and when you're dealing with hundreds of thousands, then yeah, that can be an extra like 30 or 40,000. That's quite a lot. But for these small low coach contracts, I would rather them be happy and give them the contracts that they deserve. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Hmm. I've always personally been a player marking. Let's go ahead. Do that. Hmm. Let's do balance. Let's do central. That's more my style. So I forgot to read these. It's either far post, central post, or near post. I'm more of a central post type person. How many players do you want to leave back defending during attacking set pieces? Um, let's stay high. I mean, I'm all for aggressive. Yeah, I'm a more of an outswinger. That's so cool how they're doing that. They haven't done this before. This is very, very cool. Because I never really like I've played this a lot, but I've never really understood like how to think of a set piece. So there we go. All right, I do understand this type of stuff. All right, perfect. Thank you, coach. Well, I'm fine with that. Fine with that for right now. Okay. Good Turner's your own homegrown. Attend the game. As I'm fine with that. All right. So I will not have those players at all. That's unfortunate. I really like those players. One of my Christian is one of my favorite players every run. I always keep him all the way to the end. So right now we need to really improve on our culture. It's very, very low. So we gotta work on that. So I might get my training, team bonding. Is there a lot of team bonding? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, perfect. So by the time the season starts, we should be good. All right. Okay. Oh, that's where I was at. Introduce myself to a squad. Good. 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 Okay. That's a target we can all get behind. That's exactly. So let's just hands. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Um. So let's talk about FA Cup. Good. Brilliant. Um. Also. All right. Thank you. Very, very good overall. Shut up, Xbox. Alright, so morale has gone up. That's very, very good. Look at the locker room atmosphere. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. So locker room atmosphere is going to be key importance because if you do not have good locker room atmosphere, there's no way you can win a game. So we gotta make sure we keep up with that. Dear, financially, how is projections looking? We're looking like we're going to be in the debt. Oh, wonderful. Um, training, coaching staff can do that. I don't know. I'll do it. All right. Code of conduct. All right. A lot of stuff to start off the season, obviously. All right. Okay, let's start off with the first question from Tolga Noberg of the Southern Daily Echo. Okay, let's start this press conference. How excited are you to be the East Leia's new head coach? I am very excited. This is a great cup, and I cannot wait to get stuck in. I'm not going to read all the responses because that would take too much time, but I'll read this response that I am choosing. Unless I'm stuck between two of it, I might read both. But you stand here today to unveil as the new Eastleigh's head coach. As a big fan of the club, surely this must be a dream come true. Smile warmly. I am so happy. This is a club I supported for such a long time. It means everything to be given the opportunity. Which challenges do you think you'll face as a young head coach? Um, I can see why people may think it could be a problem, but I hope it won't be, and that we can make progress here. What was it about your job in particular about this job in particular that made that appeal to you? I share the ambition to be the very best they can be, and that's the sort of place I want to work in. It's very positive. We're led to believe that you're quite heavily focused on integration of younger talent. How do you intend to factor that into your day-to-day coaching? I tend to give those. Sorry, just reading them all, trying to think of which one I will say. Yep, I like that one. So it's obviously a much talked about subject, but I truly believe young talent must be harnessed and not allowed to stagnate. So that is the approach I'll be taking. Does Eastleigh's squad have enough quality in your opinion? My approach is based on mutual trust. I trust him to perform, and I believe we're all set. Have you had a chance to meet the players yet, and what do you think of them in general? It's an exciting time to be an Eastleigh player, and everyone's in a positive mood. We just had a good meeting. That's true. What do you know about the Eastleigh fans? I know our fans are among the most else committed anywhere, and that they're just as much of a part of a team as anyone else. What are your thoughts about the long-term potential at Eastleigh? We want to win. We want to be successful. We've laid out our plans how to achieve that. I feel like that's the um. How hard do you expect to work the players on the training ground? We need to work. Um, point fingers, no gesture. We must be prepared to. Actually, open hands. Mm, we need to work hard. All right, that's a positive. All right, how good is it to have someone like Corey Painter to build this team around? I think he, I think he's an absolute of a dream of a player, and I think he's going to have a huge impact on our chances of success. Good atmosphere. All right, how do you feel like the squad will improve? Uh, um, actually, hmm, where would I want to improve? Uh, maybe attacking right. Attacking right, somewhere I want to try to improve on. What are the pressures that come on to trying to combine a short-term success with successful long-term ambitions? Outstretched arms. I think. Yeah, I like that. It can be hard not to become fixated on long term and forget that you need to put building blocks in place to get there. We must be ambitious, but there is a process to go through to get there. Has the club provided resources for you to adequately challenge for those long term objectives? I have everything I need. I know I have the sport board should it be needed at any point. Do you believe the club's long term plan is realistically attainable? I think we're well within our reach. They're just wanting me to reach the playoffs. I feel like I can do this season. Have you been able to influence the club's long-term plans very much? Uh, I'm actually going to say no, and I wouldn't expect you. Let's do this. I won't go into too much detail, but I do think it's important for the head coaches to be involved. We're the ones who must carry out the job out. Are you fully on board with the Cubs' stated long-term plans? Absolutely, 100%. I couldn't be more excited by what this club is aiming to achieve, and I want to be front and center in making it happen. This is a long press conference, my word. What is it that makes you prepared to go all in? I genuinely believe there's untapped potential at this club and there's so much more for it to do, and I won't stop in pursuit of it. While some coaches are famous for their hand-on approach, other maintains a more reserved manner with their players. How do you see your leadership styles? My door's open. Who when you need each other to be successful, and that relies on strong human relationships above all else. Are you going to be focused primarily on Vanarama National? We want to do well in the league, of course. That's a given. All right. Good relationships overall. I felt like that was a very good meeting. So this is where um so let's do okay. All right. I'm just going through fixing my style. Is this the best I have to offer? Okay, we'll make you support there. You are going to be the box to box. Maybe since gonna be ball winning right now. Let's do a wing back. Let's do automatic. Where are you? Can we do two automatics? Yeah, let's do that. You are going to be all right. So let's do that. All right, confirm. Perfecto. All right, let's get started. This is gonna be our first game. We're playing against our second team, just so I can see all the players, see how they're performing. Obviously, I'm hoping that we perform well. So let's see how it goes. And the game shall begin. Match preview. Dressing room. Get people pumped up. All right. And the game shall begin. And Taylor has the ball. Passes to Martin. Martin is going to pass to Carter. And it goes out of bounds. All right. So we're going to do extended highlights. All right. Currently, it's at 10 minutes. Still 0-0. Currently, Langston of the second team. Bragg passes to Turner. Turner passes it up to Nawabuki. He steals the ball. I'm going to learn from that. Carter with the cross in for Nawabuki. And I thought I got it. Nawabuki. I'm going to have to look that up because I want to make sure I pronounce that right for the rest of the series. He's a good player, and I want him to be stated with that. Where is he from? He's English. Cool. That's a very cool name. All right. So Carter passes to Hodson. Hodson passes to Carter. Carter's going to attempt to cross in. Cross in to. It was headed out by the defense. Clampin's coming in. He rings it off the defense with his shot. It's to a throw in. All right, Yang passes to Turner for the other team. Our Clampin is clamping down on defense, and he is passing to Naobuki. Panther back and forth. They're passing. Martin now has it. He is now going to pass it to Taylor. Passes to Carter. Carter is going to look upfield. Passes to our striker, McCallum. McCallum makes the shot, but it bounces off the defense, and that will be a corner. Now we can see how our new corner tactics are going to go. All right. Baldwin is taking the corner. Carter heads it, and Panther heads it, and it goes over the net. So a good opportunity there, but we just failed to execute. Now we're waiting for the next highlight. Currently, Clampin and Nawabuki both are at 7.0 rating, top two performers. Unfortunately, Clampin has got an injury, so let's us do a sub. So we lost Clampin, unfortunate. Um, can can you play this position? Yep. Looks like you're going in, coach. All right. Yikes. Okay, give pep talk. Let's go out there. All right, give him. He seems happy. He won't be nervous. Hopefully, Clanton's not seriously injured. If we have a player get injured in the fact that it's halftime. Okay, so let us outstretched arms, hands on hip. There we go. Got everyone fired up. Let's go. All right. We need to score a goal. The fact that we're playing against a lesser team and we haven't scored a goal yet. Chavez Munoz has the ball. He passes to Hodson. Another injury. Baldwin. So now I need to put it Lee Downing. So hope we're not getting any serious injuries. This will be ridiculous. I am trying to eat my dinner at this time as well, so I apologize. Okay, Taylor passes to Hodson. Hodson passes to Martin. Martin's passes back to Taylor. Like I said, we're keeping this control up. I might try to encourage entire team. Hodson, maybe go to a more attacking mindset. We need to be able to score a goal. McCollum has the ball. Passes now Abuki. Panther now has the ball. He passes to Gallagher. Gallagher fails completely in his pass. He is the guy from the youth team that is 2 silver stars, so not a great performing player. They actually get a shot, but it sails wide left. McDowell didn't even have to move. All right, McCallum. Their team is performing quite admirably on the defensive side, so I feel good about that. It means we have good defense. They may not. Carter heads it, and it's a goal. Carter with the assist from Paul McCullum with that cross, with good header. Unfortunately, Scott did his best, but that was a very good throw in to Gallagher, back to McCullum, and he crosses it beautifully. A perfect header. He almost got his hands on time, but Carter scores the leading goal. Um, People think he was almost offside, so that was pretty close call, pretty close call. But we are lucky to take that, and that was a good goal for us. All right, so it's good to see our number one team is doing pretty good, I would say for the most part. Um, McDonnell is doing pretty good. I mean, if we can just at least make sure we win the game. We have 9 shots on 10 shots, only 2 shots on target though. Luckily, one of them was our goal. We get a lot of shots. We just not getting a lot of shots on goal. Once again, the cross to Carter, but Carter misses it over. But at least it was a good opportunity. I am worried that we can't figure out how to get more consistent offensive play. How we're going to beat some better teams. All right, Carter. It was offsides, but that was it would have been a goal if he wasn't offsides. Unfortunate, but that's okay. Like I said, this is our team's first game. We're getting our feet wet, so I'm not expecting too much. But we definitely need to make sure we're playing better. We have 11 shots, only 2 shots on target. Only two. Like in a full game, we should have more than 2 shots on target. Now, the opposing team is passes to Rutherford, but we steal it. Panther missed the ball. It's now hosting. He luckily saved that, but our defense let the guy run right in the middle of us. That could not be happening. If it was anyone else that could shoot better. Rutherford is doing the cross. He passes. Martin heads it away. Good job, Martin. You need to play better, dude. Um, Definitely considering not putting in Martin and putting in the younger player. Their skill levels are about the same. I'm not really seeing Martin as being as considering he almost allowed a goal. And the Lampley is actually playing very good on the opposing team, considering if you think about the defensive side, the fact that we've only scored 1 goal when we have better strikers, better everything, it's ridiculous. So definitely am beginning to finding a different striker. I don't really think a target forward is the best. Uh, Gallagher tips it wide. All right, so I want to put Nathan Rogers in for Carter, right? Can I do that? Oh wait, no, it's going to be attack right for Carter. He's had a good game. Um, yeah, let's just do that. All right, you got this, dude. I believe in you. And Hodson, wow, was doing a sub. We had a corner, and Hodson kicked it right in. So good job, Hodson. Quite impressive. He's our defensive right. It was a heady by McCullum, but Hodson recovered it and it went right in. So a failed clear by Simpson allowed our goal there. So very good. Um, we're putting in our. He just made a sub. We took out Carter, even though he did score one of our goals. He was looking tired, and there's no point in having a tired player. Um, Even though Hodson scored a goal, he's not been playing very well. He's at a 6.5 rating. So even with that goal, so that just shows like how weak our defense is right now. So we definitely need to make sure we're working on our defense. Panther and Martin are both 7.0. Nabuki as our defensive mid is at 7.3. He's doing very good. Probably stealing the ball a lot. Um, he's a ball winning midfielder. And we win the game 2-0. So definitely a good, clean game. That's exactly what we need a preseason outing. We got everyone excited and happy. Positive spirits are the key to this coaching. You cannot, if you have a negative experience, then you're not going to be doing good. Roger Clampin, of course, he has a gashed upper leg. He's going to be out for 8 to 12 days, so he won't get to play a whole lot. Um, Over friendly. And then Baldwin, he has a twisted knee, so we won't get to see him for about 5 to 8 days. Nothing too strenuous, luckily, but that's just frustrating that these players are not going to get the opportunities to get warmed up and get ready for action. So um, hopefully we're doing pretty good. All right, so we want, how much is our budget? Hmm. Yeah, we'll keep it in the firm. National. Yeah, we'll keep that. All right. We're not really concerned a whole lot. Um, Good. He accepted. All right. Dan Badeau has accepted. All right. So I think we're at a decent point. We're at that hour mark. I think I'm going to end the first episode here. Um, Hopefully you guys will enjoy the start of this series. We're going to start following the life of Jared Richardson as he is coaching Eastleigh Football Club to the Premier League. Hopefully, it's not a long road. It's a short road because even though I do have to go up several leagues, so it is going to be a long road. I don't want to miss it too many times, so I need to make sure I'm starting off the season right. I get my first chance at the playoffs. The more chances I get at playoffs, the more wins I get, the easier it is to draw talent. So that's going to be my idea. So that's what I'm going to do. So if you guys are interested in this, please hit the like button. If you have any suggestions or if there's anything you need me to do differently, please let me know. This is my first time doing one of these types of videos where I'm talking through things. Um, and so hopefully if there's anything you guys can ask me to improve on, please leave a comment in a positive way. Obviously, do not be completely harsh. But I want to continue to record and make more and more videos. I will do more editing and stuff like that. But for my first video, I wanted a raw experience of what it looks like to start the game, how it's going to go, how the story of Jared Richardson will continue. And hopefully the East Leia Spitfires will have a great, great team. If Please join our Discord channel if you want to join the community. It's a small community right now, but we have good close-knit group. We play a lot of games. This is not the only game we play, so if you're interested in finding friends to play other games, that's what our community is here for. Um, and if you like this content and want to continue to see future episodes, you need to make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so every single time I post a video, you know that it's been posted so that you can continue the story. Um, Hoping to do multiple videos a week, but it just depends on how much time it takes to edit and get them ready. So I hope to see you guys next stream, next video, as we talk on the story of Jared Richardson. So here he is. The story is going to be continuing. Jared Richardson, a 26-year-old man born in Antananarivo, Madagascar. Um, so hopefully he's going to have a very good time. We have decent knowledge of USA, Madagascar, so those are our keys there. All right, we're fluent in 3 languages. Yes. All right, so I'll see you guys next video, and I hope you guys have a good weekend as we get closer to Thanksgiving. So, hope you have a good time. Peace out. Laters.